can smell you. Are you putting cologne on? No. Yeah, you are. It's your world. You're just living in it.
Hey guys, welcome back to This Gathered Nest. Today, we're filming a Q&A. You asked us some questions on Instagram. We're going to answer them here on YouTube. Why are you laughing?
There's some good ones.
What?
There's some good questions.
Oh.
Some good cues.
Some good cues for us to A. All right, well, without further ado, I'm about to spill that hot coffee all over my lap. We're just going to jump in. Hopefully this won't be too long. If it is, we might even do 2 parts. You know,
really?
There's literally hundreds of questions. Look
Oh.
at that little thing, like hundreds. First question is, well, let's start with an easy one. Let's
All right,
lob
yeah,
an easy one at you.
Yeah, lukewarm water.
Yeah, lukewarm. Here we
That's
go.
what I said.
Did you say lukewarm?
Possibly.
No, lukewarm.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Saddle up.
Starting up with the CR dictionary already. The thesaurus.
Ba-ba-bum.
Okay, what is CR's favorite baby name that you've never used?
I don't know. I'd have to go back and look at that video that we made.
Well, right now, off the top of your head, like if bam,
bam,
I dropped a baby out,
Cal.
what would
I like Cal.
you'd name it? Cal?
I'd go Cal.
Okay.
It's a good name. It's right off the top of my head. Your boob is
probably-
touching my arm right now.
You're like a teenager. Someone asked, how do you do it with all the kids? I have only one 6-month-old and I'm so dead. I'm not sure
Okay,
if she means do it
Okay.
or
Just
just
in
do
general.
it in general. We could answer both.
Shoot. All right.
We'll have to tell our kids they're not allowed to watch this video.
Okay.
Because if we give away our secrets. Just kidding.
Paperwork.
How do we do it with 6 kids?
Oh, we
Okay.
have more than 6, first of all. Second of all.
Yeah, we have. It's true. We have 7.
It's teamwork, man. I'm telling you. Like,
Teamwork makes the dream work.
you have stuff to do. I have stuff to do. We help each other with each other's stuff. We take turns with household things that need to get done.
Yeah, we don't subscribe to the like specific gender roles that that I should do all of the cooking, cleaning, laundry, and that his job is to come home from, sit back a little bit, you're throwing off the focus. That his job is to come home and sit on his boutros while I serve him.
Yeah, she was out changing the oil in the car the other day, pulling out garbage. I mean, it was lovely. It was awesome.
He's being funny, but the truth is that we both share responsibilities. That's
right.
how we get it done. You couldn't get it done otherwise. It's not within one person's capacity.
And we get up early. Like, if we're thinking, like, logistic,
Yeah,
outside of
logistics.
logistically, we get up early. We time block a lot of stuff. So,
Yeah.
a lot goes in.
Yeah, there's tools and things that we utilize in doing that. Okay, do you want to answer how we do it?
Like I said, logistically, I mean, we block time. I'm just...
No. I think I've answered this question before. My favorite way to answer this question is to stop thinking of the only available time to do it is at night. There's 24 hours in a day. There's 24 hours in a day where it can be done. And especially as moms who are tired, dads who are tired, although they're never too tired.
The libido of a 17-year-old stallion.
But women were often really, really tired. And so all I'm
You get
saying,
frequent
sister,
headaches,
is that...
you know, you
Shut
don't
up.
shower, whatever.
Some of us like to bring our A game to that particular...
And
And others just show up however. Bridge troll status, whatever. Okay. I feel like we should get off
I think
this
we
topic.
got that one.
If you guys just started dating now, do you think you would have met differently? I don't know that we would be dating if we met now. If we met right now, like, do you really think...
Oh, man.
That sounds really bad, but I don't mean it in a bad way. I just mean it that, like, we're not the same people we were when we first met, and there's lots of things that we don't always agree on.
Here's the reality. I don't mean to interrupt you, sorry. It took me, like, 3 or 4 years to finally just chisel away at this one and break her down. Like, that's...
You really did. You wore me down.
I did. I mean, we
Wore
became really
me
good friends, and it took a while for that to blossom into something more.
Yeah.
I think it would take probably twice as long now if we met each other today.
Am I that terrible?
No, you've changed. I have changed. You know, we battle sometimes about some heavy things, but it's
Yeah.
good dialogue, and it's
good dialogue, what everyone wants in a relationship.
good
Dialogue.
good conversation. You know?
Okay. What is something that might surprise us about you as a couple? That we do fight? I think that people think that we don't, because we don't show it.
See,
or we don't talk ill
people?
about each other. Well,
I mean, everybody does.
everybody does,
no
but I
marriage
think,
is
I know, but I
perfect.
think some people would say they don't really argue a lot. Like,
Okay.
people have a lot of arguments, but like really intense, heated arguments. I think some people would be surprised that we absolutely have those.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about, there's a lot of important stuff to talk about all the time. You know what I mean? We've got a lot
Not
of-
just with our family. Like, we're just talking about like all the things, like worldview things, how we feel about different issues and things like we hash it out over that stuff.
For sure. And
I don't know what
because
this
we're
hand
both-
motion was,
We're
but-
both, it's like gang signs. We're get off me. We're passionate, you know, and we're
Yeah.
both stubborn. So that's
Unfortunate.
an awesome combination.
What's your next big financial goal? Affording a new house, a dream sports car, a special vacation?
It changes all the time.
First of all, you guys
So,
should know that we're not
Yeah.
big house, dream car, sports car type of
Man.
people. That's
So,
not really our
like,
vision.
experiences are the ticket in this house. So I think
Travel.
the next big one would be kind of maybe hitting the road, travel trailer RV style.
Yeah. Traveling, doing things like
that's
that.
kind of next on the docket, and then outside of that, I mean, who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, we don't really plan like that much ahead.
You're kind of talking with your hands a lot today.
Will we get any sneak peeks of the book? Yes, there will be information and stuff trickling
Will
out
we?
as I can. The other day he said, "Will you read me the first line and the last line of the book?" So I did that. He's not read any of the book, but I read him the first line of the book,
Killing me.
the last line of the book.
You want to know what we fight about? I'm just joking.
Let's see. Are you guys, this question was asked probably a million times, so we should just go ahead and address it. Are you guys going to be adding to your family in the future anytime soon? Are you going to be having a baby? Is there kids, more adoptions? Like 6,500 different ways to ask that question. How much do we feel like telling them? Look at your face. You're like, oh no. Should we tell them that we're at least updating our home study?
I guess you just did. It's Q&A.
Were you comfortable
Which
with-
channel is this going? Is this going on your channel or is
No,
this
this
going
is
on
on
this
this
guy?
guy.
All right, sweet. More to come.
We will potentially be adding to our family. We don't know how, we don't know when, we don't have any more answers. We are praying through and talking through, sometimes ad nauseum, about what we see in our future for our family, and what's best for everybody, because we have 7 kids. So
right.
whatever decision we make has to be the right thing for everyone in our family, not just like, oh, well, this would be a good...
This sounds like fun.
Yeah.
No, doesn't work like that.
What's the...
That was just a cool sound effect I did with my mouth.
What's the... Okay.
That's how it goes.
So, yeah. Will you still be posting the hyperemesis video you filmed? Probably, although I really am considering refilming it. It's just so long, and I feel like probably hard to watch because it's a lot of story to tell. I already told them that it was 45 minutes.
Dude, you want to hear my hyperemesis story?
Yeah, I do, actually. Tell me all about it. That time that you threw up once. When was the last time you threw up?
2007.
When was the last time you threw up?
I don't know. Like, honestly?
Yeah, when was the last time you threw up?
I mean, it wasn't due to sickness, I don't think. Had to be...
Oh my gosh, okay. Moving on.
I don't know what year that was.
Okay. Do you ever want to move out of NC, or do you see yourself staying in North Carolina?
Good question. I'm open. I know you are. We've talked about it.
He's very open. We talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, we've recently been trying to convince our children that Florida would be a great place to move.
We have flexibility and the opportunity. If the right opportunity comes and it makes sense, we would be open to it.
Yeah.
So, although Charlotte's awesome, like we
Yeah,
love
we
it
love
here.
Charlotte. It's just, there's so much world out there.
right.
You know, so many new people to meet, places to see. Why sit still?
That's okay.
Okay, what's the best and worst thing about your significant other, about each other? Let's start with, do you like to start with the good or the bad?
I always start with good.
Okay.
Like that's what the worst thing about you is when you do things like this, which is I have good news and I have bad news. Good news can never just be good news. Like, she has to find bad news to piggyback it with. Like, you can't just say, hey, CR, guess what? I have great news. But I got some bad news, too. Which one do you want first?
That's not true.
I'm just joking. Worst thing about you is... I'll start with the good thing.
Gotta narrow down the other one?
You are extremely, extremely compassionate, and like I've never met someone that has the ability to take themselves out of themselves and truly like put yourself in another person's shoes. I think that's very I think that's where your heart comes from. Very compassionate, empathetic, and it's very attractive. Built in this chassis right here, like it's the total package.
Chassis.
It's the turbo.
What don't you like?
This is a trap.
It's a trap. Like the guy in Star Wars.
You change your mind a lot. It is hard to keep up sometimes.
Enneagram 7.
Enneagram 7. It's like, hey, let's do this. Oh, wait a second. Let's do that.
Shiny
Wait,
penny.
What's that? Squirrel. Oh, over here. Hello.
So you're very self-sacrificing. You will do almost anything for other people, namely me and the kids, to make sure that we're happy. And you do it most of the time without complaint.
Oh, thanks. Just slip that in there.
Sometimes you're grumbly. And like when you rescued my phone from the sewer and I had to cut out the part where you handed it to me and said, I hate you. Because I knew that people would not understand why you told me that you hated me.
Like it wasn't a true hate. It was I just got in the stutter.
But the way you said it was, here's your phone. I hate you. So you would jump in a sewer for me, but you gonna make sure that I appreciate it. Let's see. What's the worst thing about you? Oh boy. What's the worst thing about you?
You carry the
You're
tune.
just, you can be really hard-headed. I think that's what, you can be really hard-headed and stubborn, like.
Wait till I get older.
Inability to be flexible. If we say we're doing something, if we.
Do you see how that goes together? Like,
I change my mind too much, and
I'm not flexible.
rigid.
I'm gonna be like grumpy old man. I'm gonna be like Walter Matthau.
Oh, great. How much sleep do you get? Who gets more?
I get more sleep, definitely, and it's harder sleep too. I think that's across the board though. Like, I think men sleep better than women.
I'm sorry, there's something in my eye. But science has shown that women actually need more sleep than men.
Yeah, I would agree to that.
I don't know. How much sleep do you
lay
get?
down,
Like 6
first of all,
or
you
7
sleep like a
hours a night.
vampire. We've already talked about this. You sleep like this with your eyes open. I got up this morning at like 6 o'clock. You were already awake with your eyes open in the dark, and it kind of freaked me out because
he was like, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
And I was like, just awake.
Just sitting here thinking about how to solve world hunger. And
Probably.
I was like, oh, all right.
Did he quit his job? He seems to be around. He always seems to be around. Here's the answer to that question. We were really hoping that we would be in a position to further explain when we shared this news. So we're not in a position yet to further share, but I feel like y'all aren't dumb, and most of you have noticed that CR's been in the vlogs a lot more. He's home a lot more. There's a reason, and when we can... People hate when you share like little bits, which is why we haven't said anything, because we wanted to wait until we could share everything.
That's right.
But we can't yet. So yes, CR is home. We are working on other things together.
We have.
There's things happening, and as soon as we can share what those things are and what we're working on, we will. And now we're doing some things together.
I am the opposite. I have been in corporate America for basically every day since college, and completely different. So I got very used to the 8 to 5. My background was in social media and finance, and worked for a pretty large bank. I don't know how much of this you're going to put in this video.
Well, whatever you're comfortable with sharing.
All right, so I left a career in social media as a kind of digital consultant, and can use some of those skills in other arenas, not out of the home. So, wet your whistle with that one right there.
Just so we're clear, our vision for our family is to be together as much as possible. We believe that we're better together, and so we do we do things and create things in our life to allow that.
Yep. And there's sacrifices that come with that.
Right.
So.
There's sacrifices. And it's not like we're saying like, oh, we're just rolling in the dough, so CR is doing this. We've made sacrifices along the way to create the life that we want for our family as a whole. So we'll talk.
Orienting yourself as a family towards what we feel is really important, which in this roof, it's time together. It's supporting one another. And at the end of the day, that was made more possible with me here, using whatever professional skills I have towards what we're trying to build, which we'll tell more
later.
A lot later.
So I promised to follow up with you guys, and like I said, we didn't say anything because we don't like dangling a carrot, but I felt like that question's been asked so much that we couldn't not address it. So there it is. How do you find time to have one-on-one time with your kids? One-on-one time with your kids?
It's very intentional. Like you got to understand what each one of our kids find interest in, and even if it's just like stealing 5 to 10 minutes, right? Having a conversation about that one interesting item.
Right. It doesn't always have to be a date and things like that. Sometimes it's just little things.
Like Jonah just loves Hot Wheels, right? Loves cars. So it's really just taking a handful of cars sometimes, going out on the back porch and playing with them for 5 or 10 minutes. I mean, there's a lot of questions about more babies.
I know. That's what people want to know, you know? If you could take your kids anywhere in the world, where would you go?
That's a great question. If I could take all of our kids anywhere, I don't know, man. Somebody I follow on Instagram just shared some pictures of like a Disney resort in Hawaii, which looked amazing.
Anywhere in the world, and you want to go to the Disney resort in Hawaii?
Well, I'm trying to think of like things and places that
thinking
everybody
like New
could
Zealand
do stuff. Like
or
that.
Australia.
Yes, that would be awesome. But like,
there's stuff for everybody to do there.
I've never been to Australia.
I've never been there either. I'm just saying, like, I'm not gonna go to Disney if I can go anywhere in the world.
No, it's a Disney resort.
Oh my God, the Disney haters are gonna come for me
hard.
hard.
It's like a Hawaii Disney resort. It looked
that does look amazing.
So I don't know. Probably a lame answer, but
what was your first job? Have we ever talked about this?
I don't know.
What was your first job?
My first job where I got a paycheck and a W-2 was a dishwasher at a restaurant in Oregon.
Mine was scooping ice cream at Baskin Robbins.
Gosh, I remember that.
I always smelled like waffle cones.
I remember that. And you would not give out free ice. You know, you gave out free ice cream, but you gave it out to...
I never gave out free ice cream. I never gave out free ice cream.
Was it the other people you worked with?
Are you kidding me? I was way too much of a... I was so worried about getting caught and getting fired. I was way too much of a... No, I never gave out free ice cream.
That's true.
Even to the cute boys.
That's why I didn't get any.
About how much did the whole donor embryo process cost? I think in total it was like 6 or 7 maybe. 5, 6. Yeah. Something like that.
That sounds right.
1,000. 5 or 6,000. I should have said that. Who is more structured or strict with the kids?
You think you are?
You think you are?
Okay, more structured over here maybe. More strict right here.
Maybe. We should have asked the kids. We'll insert a clip. We're going to ask the kids. We'll do that.
Who is more strict, mom or dad?
Dad. That's hard. You both have different reasons for being strict. Dad, straight up, just dad.
Just answer it. It's okay.
In easily, but mom doesn't. But also, you're just like, until the kids are in trouble, you're like, Jonah!
Intimacy and bed sharing. Oh no, I lost our spot. That's gonna be good. Somebody asked about intimacy and bed sharing because they know we co-sleep. As I said previously about the time of day, also the place in which. Sometimes you can get creative.
This is awesome.
Listen, sometimes people need to know how these things work. That's all I'm saying.
I think I know how it works.
Well, that's why we're not going into detail about that. They wanted to know when and how. Lovelyn asks, what are both of your Enneagram types?
3.
In case I haven't said it 60 million times, I'm a 7.
And we can't figure out your wing, or did we?
No, I don't know my wing. My wing is very...
Like I'm a 3 wing 2, like no joke.
Yeah. Heather asks, what is your big vision as an entrepreneur? I talked a little bit about my big vision last year in the spring when I came back from Rise. My big vision to create sort of like a holistic orphan care adoption ministry type thing. That's my big
It's like your one
vision.
word. There's like a one word in there.
Yeah,
or whatever
but
it was.
like that's like my big vision for my life and what I would want to create. And who knows? Maybe we're working on it. Okay. Has there ever been a betrayal between you two? And if so, how did you get over it? They're just asking if either one of us have ever cheated on each other.
Oh, no.
That's what that question means.
Oh,
You see,
okay.
he was like,
betrayal, like in what way?
betrayal.
Went back on our treaty one time.
Well, let's not forget the time that you ate my McDonald's breakfast biscuit. That would be the betrayal of all betrayals. I was pregnant. I set my biscuit down to go to the bathroom. I came back and it was gone. And his reasoning for eating it was that, well, you left it. So I assumed you were done. So in this house, you guard your food.
I just did it at Red Lobster the
OCR
other night.
eats it. Did the same thing. He literally took my plate
salad.
and had it in front of him and said, are you done with this?
Listen,
Can I eat it? I'm like, well done.
Almost like in romance, right? There are signals that you send the opposite sex
You
that
can
says, hey,
tell that
I'm
he's-
interested or I'm not. You do the same thing with your food. If the bowl is down and pushed slightly to the side and there's no, and the eating utensil is in the bowl, that's
My
sending the
biscuit
signal.
was on the table.
That's sending the signal
My
that, hey,
biscuit
I am done.
was on
Therefore,
the table while I went to go pee. I was pregnant. I couldn't hold pee
you bring it with you.
into the bathroom. Bring my biscuit into the bathroom.
I've eaten a full meal on the throne before.
Wow. Wow. Okay. So that's the extent of the betrayal in this house. No, neither one of us have ever cheated on each other. No. At least that I know of. Who handles the finances?
This one. Yep, and
I always have, by the way. Even when he was working and I wasn't working, I've always handled our finances. Did you always plan to have a big family, or is it something that just sort of happened? It just sort of happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. We thought we'd have 3 or 4 kids, which is still a big family to some people. But somebody asked why I don't wear my wedding ring. I do. It's right there.
You scroll way too fast.
You read too slow.
Do you ever just want to run away?
They asked twice. They sent the question twice. No. Do you?
Want to run away? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. There are times where, like, I'd get in a 3-point stance like a track star and just...
Bye. See you later. Don't let the door hit you.
I mean, I would come back. It would just be a quick lap.
You'd get tired after 3 minutes of running.
So true. I hate running. I hate it.
Someone asked, do you ever worry about the future of YouTube? Do you have a backup plan?
It's a great question.
Yeah.
Great question.
If I'm being honest, I don't worry about the future of YouTube. And like, I know some people say like, what if the site shuts down?
Right.
Social media and all of that is only growing. It's exponential.
You should do a video on this. I can weigh in if you want about how we run the YouTube business and like.
Yeah, maybe we can talk about that. But
maybe.
To answer this question though, we don't put all of our eggs in one basket or anything like that. I know it's difficult when people have to be vague, but it's really like any other job or career in that people aren't going to just randomly sit down and be like, let me tell you how much money I make. And like,
in broad terms, in social media, doing what you do, there are multiple revenue streams. YouTube is
one of the revenue streams.
Right. And there's a few different ways within YouTube that you can make money.
Right.
And if YouTube were to ever go away, it would go away because there was another competitor that made it like not as valuable. So at that point.
And yes, we have multiple ways that we bring in revenue. Where's the first place you want to visit when you get your RV?
Love it. Devil's Den in Florida. That's where I want to go.
That's like one of our first destination. Like we'll stop other places
That's
before
right.
we get there. But there's a campground and a place in Florida called Devil's Den, and it looks
You
really
should like
cool.
insert a little video or a picture right here. It's like this underground water cave. It looks awesome.
Okay, last question, because the kids are really just, they're at the
They're
gates.
like they're clawing
They're at the gates.
the door right
What?
now.
Who is the bossier one in the relationship? Come on, tell the truth.
Are you looking?
Oh, for sure you.
I'm the boss.
For sure you.
What?
People don't even know, like, what a diva you can be. They don't know.
I'm stubborn, but I am very easygoing. That's not an oxymoron. Like when I am convicted about something, it is hard to move.
Our kids are screaming at each other. We should probably wrap this up. See, he's the bossy one. All right, guys. Well, thanks so much for watching this little Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed, and hopefully we answered some of your questions. Let us know. We can always do another one of these. If you guys like this, we can definitely squeeze in it.
woke up. It's time to go.
We could definitely squeeze in another one.
See ya.
We'll see you guys really soon. Bye.
do 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 do